Hi guys, this is my Schefflera Amate. I have been eyeing this plant for about a few months and it was just kind of hard to find for whatever reason. I live in Zone 5, Indiana, Northwest Indiana, close to Chicago, but this was just really kind of hard to find for me. I don't know why, again. I hope you enjoy my video, that you're going to hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't yet, and of course, hit the bell so you're notified every single time I do upload a new video. So I ordered this online, and I will give you the information where I got it from. And I have two other Scheffleras. They're variegated versions, and they are the Gold Capella. So the Amate is a completely different Schefflera. The leaves are wider and longer, as you can see that. These little nicks were already there when I got this plant, and this plant got severed when it during transit. They did, deal with it really well, so I was really happy about that. But this was double the height. If you could see that, I'm gonna show you real quick here. Look at that. This was just severed, and there was another thing kind of coming out, but it was like dangling and kind of falling. And as you can see here, this was damaged as well. And that was really unfortunate because I was really looking forward to a very tall plant. I've only had this plant for, I would say, a few weeks. And so far, I haven't really noticed new growth since I've gotten it. What I mean by that is that ever since I've gotten it, I haven't seen any new sprout or new growth just by being in my possession and being in one of my babies. You know how sometimes when you buy a plant, they will have already sprouted or have new growth. That's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is like if there's already new growth, that new growth has grown a little bit, but that hasn't really happened. And I think it's because when you move a plant, even from one side of your house to the other, or one room, that is technically shocking the plant, because plants aren't usually they weren't really naturally moved around all the time. I mean, they'll survive and adapt, but that's not really normal for them. So they had to acclimate. Now, when you do, buy a plant from a nursery or big box store, or a small plant store, or purchase it online, that will be another shock as well, due to, being in transit, being in a box, being moved around from one location to the next, different in temperatures, all that stuff. And then, of course, when you get it, like when I got it, I transplanted it. So there's a lot going on when you first do get a plant. And a lot of people do choose to keep them in the same pot that they come in with. I've usually just, as much as possible, transplanted all my plants. That's just a habit, and it's because I prefer them to be in fresher medium that I do have. And sometimes they do put in like a ton of slow release fertilizer in there, and I try as much as possible to take that out, because I do use my own fertilizer. And just so you know, there are certain brands of fertilizers that can cause cancer. So I'm very particular in what I give to my plants. Cannot cause cancer to the plant, but to you, and you being around it is not going to be a good thing. So this is my Amate, and this is going to be the first video for that. And look at that. I hope she just grows though, so that I could show you guys, how much she's grown, all that stuff. But so far, this is what she is. She is away from an east window, I would say about 15 feet away to 20 feet away. She also does get northern sun exposure. She's right next to a northern window, but a northern window really is the lowest out of 4 different directions. So she gets the eastern away from a window, and then of course she gets the north. So also later in the day, like if it's not very bright out in the mornings especially, I have some LED lights out, kind of about, I would say, at least 10 to 15 feet away from the ceiling she would be. And if and I turn that on like later in the day as well when it gets darker. So she does get extra supplemental light, but it's not all day. It's not 12 hours, it's not 8 hours, it's nothing like that. It can be between like an hour depending on the day, like I said, to a few hours. So I hope you guys enjoy my video. You're going to hit the like button. And of course, if you have any questions, comments, suggestions, advice, let me know down below. If you do have this kind of particular plant, I would love to know how you care for it. Everything that I've used with this plant, every time I water, what I use, the kind of soil, everything else will be down in the description section as well. Again, if you have any advice, tips, anything, just let me know down in the description section. I love hearing from you guys all the time. And of course, I always get these questions about how I keep my leaves super shiny and clean. That will be in the description section as well. Thank you guys, and I'll see you guys again next time. Bye. I almost forgot. She is in, the soil that I do have, I'm using for her is Schultz potting soil. I do enjoy that soil very much because it is fast draining. It doesn't really retain that much moisture. It does retain some moisture, but not too much that it will suffocate the plant. And currently I have tried to water her every 7 days as well as every 10 days. And I'm back to every 7 days. So far it's been really great with that. And I've already given you guys the lighting that I do provide for her. And that so far that's it. And whenever I do have changes or where she has changes, I will update this vlog for this particular plant, the Schefflera Amate. Thank you again, guys, and I'll see you guys again next time. Bye.